Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for October 30th through November 13th. First, we're going to talk about Zetta, Hurricane Zetta, or Tropical Storm Zetta. Maximum sustained winds of 70 miles per hour. This is at 2 p.m. And here's the current position here. And we want to look at this. It's located at 22.1 north, 90.1 west. Maximum, even went down from earlier. Maximum sustained winds are near 65 miles per hour, and movement is towards the northwest at 14 miles per hour. Here's a satellite interpretation of the storm. It still has, it's very well defined, the circulation, very good outflow in all boundaries, and there is a central dense overcast in the center where the eye is. And here is the sea surface temperatures, and it'll be moving over this area, very warm waters. And if you look at this, this is the heat content where it's going to be moving over, and this will result in that Zetta will probably reform again and reach hurricane status as it moves towards the Gulf Coast. Now we're going to take a look at the cone of uncertainty, as we call it. Here's a cone. It's forecast to make landfall somewhere in the central Gulf Coast. I think this is more to the east than what it was yesterday, but this will be the path. And remember again, as they always say, do not focus on just in the cone, because it can go to the right and it can go to the left. So everybody here in the Gulf Coast, probably the central and eastern Gulf Coast, will have to watch this. And then Zetta is forecast to merge with a frontal boundary, whatever is left of the storm, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, we're gonna back it up a little. This is outside our period, but here's the storm. Watch it. It goes into Louisiana. And then moves off the mid-Atlantic coast. And you see we have heavy rain. This is the GFS. Now we look at the European deterministics. Models are in good agreement. It brings it off to the same coast. Then we look at the other European. It's similar, bring heavy rain, but heavy rain, according to this, will be across the lower mid-Atlantic. And then we look at the European ensembles. They're closer to the other European forecasts. So this will bring probably heavy rainfall. You can see here we have rain as we go right here. Let's see. Okay, we have like some red oranges, maybe 1 to 2 inches. Could be even locally higher to 5 inches. So this is something that has to be watched. All right, then after that, you can see behind here, the weather pattern seems to quiet down and dries out. But South Florida will continue to have occasional rain and storms due to a frontal boundary in the area. And as far as temperatures go, cool air masses were spread into the east behind several frontal systems. We won't take a look at that. There's a high. Here comes a front. Then here comes another front. And in between those fronts, will warm up a little bit, and then it'll bring some cooler air. And the ridge in the west will cause very warm temperatures with anomalies near 15 degrees above normal. Okay, that was for the period for October 30th to November 4th. Now we're going to look at the period for November 4th to the 8th. A ridge is forecast over the west with above normal temperatures forecast for much of the country. You can see the models are pretty good agreement on this. There is tendency for a trough to remain here across the northeast, because this trough that we have here in the west over the east will gradually lift out and weaken. So I'm forecasting over this forecast period, forecasting above normal temperatures here, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 48 degrees above normal, and temperatures elsewhere will be either side of a degree or two either side of normal. For precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation for this region here, and the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. Looking at the period for November 9th to 13th, you can see here the GFS brings a trough down here from an upper low near Hudson Bay. Again, same setup into the northern U.S. But you look at the other models, it keeps almost a zone of flow with above normal heights across the nation. So I think it's going to be like this. I'm forecasting it near zone of flow with above normal heights, resulting in above normal temperatures, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 2 to 8 degrees above normal, and the greatest anomalies will be in the west. For precipitation, I don't think I have the precipitation map open. I'll get to it. Yeah, that's a temperature map. Hold on a second. I'm forecasting below normal temperature, below normal precipitation for the country, and I'm keeping that 35% probability of occurrence. So that's the long range weather forecast discussion for October 30th to November 13th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.